Hello, this is me and this is Maggie. I've been asked to do a video talking about the new album, which I've got a promo copy of right here. Look at that. Definitely come off better in that picture than the rest of the lads. Oh, Maggie loves that picture. Check it out, babe. Dislocated is the first song, and Dislocated is the only one that people have actually heard the finished and recorded version of, and it's went down an absolute storm. It seems to be exactly what people want from the Wild Hearts right about now, which I think is actually, I agree with. It's a very strange time politically. It's a bit of a mess, and the last thing anyone needs is a pop record. I expected more young, angry punk bands to spring up, but there didn't seem to be many. Young people just seem to want to sound like computers. Get your face in. There you go. Yeah, so we wanted to make something uncompromising and a bit pissed off sounding, and that's why Dislocated sounds like it does. The whole album sounds like that, to be honest. It's a song about a girl that I knew who wanted to commit suicide because of a bunch of stuff that happened online. Bullying now is a different sport than when I was a kid. Bullying when I was a kid, you just stood up to the bully. Now it's all done online on Instagram and things like that, and it's brutal. People are really dragged through the coals. It's not one-on-one anymore. So yeah, Dislocated is a song about feeling different than the way people are. How mean people can be, and just feeling dislocated from that world. Let 'Em Go looks likely to be the second single, and that is about wankers again. People, mean people, two-faced people, liars, manipulators, people like that, that get found out in the end anyway. There's an awful lot of wankers about, but I think it's good to, if you're a good person and you're trying to better yourself, get rid of the wankers, because there'll never be anything worthwhile in your life. So ditch them, let them hang out with other wankers. I mean, that's what I would suggest. Wankers are probably great company for other wankers, but if you're a sort of person that's got really good friends, get really good friends so your really good friends can meet your other really good friends. Mix good with good and you can't really lose. The third track is Renaissance Men, which is written about the Wild Hearts being back together. We did the Brit Rock tour and we thought, we're still alive after all these years. It's worth documenting that and making an album. So this was the kind of rallying call. I won't say anthem, because you don't know if it's an anthem until people start to sing it when you're playing it live. Hopefully it'll be a bit of an anthem, but it's a kind of hello, we're back. Some of you are happy about that. Some people aren't so happy about that, and that makes me really happy. The fact that we're entertaining the right people and pissing the right people off is okay by me. The Fine Art of Deception, that's one of the songs that we showcased when me and CJ were doing some acoustic shows. And it's about how cynical love is in the modern day. And people are kind of just, getting over the honeymoon period a lot quicker than they should. Once the honeymoon period's over and the real work starts, then people are just breaking up. I've just broken up with someone because of that reason alone. We weren't really prepared to put in the hard work, and it is symptomatic of the way that young people are brought up these days, with pornography being a reference point to intimacy, Facebook being a reference point to social behaviour, and you know, people's social skills are being affected as a result, and people aren't really willing to talk things out, talk things through, and get to the bottom of what the problem is. And if obviously we don't fix a problem in a relationship, then it's destined to rear its ugly head every time you have an argument, especially with the sort of person that retains, gleefully retains information on the other person that's less than flattering. Everyone makes mistakes, blah, blah, blah. Build a bridge, get over it. I've read a few reviews of this one that say it's a bit like one of my solo things. I don't think it is. It's I like the big middle bit where everyone shouts bullshit. I think that's going to be a live favourite, and the good lyrics on that one. Diagnosis is number 5, which nearly didn't make the album because I thought the demo sucked. And so our management gave everyone a copy of the demo when they got their tickets for the tour, which kind of worked in our favour because everyone thought it was pretty underwhelming. So I think everyone's going to be really shocked when they hear that the album's actually really good. But I didn't like Diagnosis, and I really did record it begrudgingly. And then when Jim Pinder did that amazing job on the production and on the mix, especially, he brought it to life. The band were just caught something on that song, so it went from being my least favorite song to my favorite song probably on the album. Excuse me. And I think that's going to be quite a big one with everyone. It's you know, Diagnosis is about the mental health problems in this country and how woefully underfunded they are, and the government are responsible. Tories. My mum and my sister voted Tory. How the Tories are responsible for so many cuts, not just teachers and you know, police and all the rest of it, but cuts to the mental health services, which means that the deaths in the homeless are going up exponentially, and it's an ongoing problem that is getting worse because it's not being tackled. So the system is broke, and my advice would be to learn survival skills, so when you do get your hopes taken away from you by a system that likes to promise you things and then not deliver, then you know, you're not just going to take the inevitable way out. Oh, it's a hard one to talk about Diagnosis because it's something I've struggled with, mental health problems, and it's, I had to go private, and even when I went private, there was like, people are prioritised when they go private, and my case wasn't prioritised, so I had to go to my old shrink and get put back on my old medication, which has worked a treat. So basically, you know, if you're going through any hard times, please see a shrink. Do suggest mention venlafaxine, and if you drink and take drugs, stop doing it for a while. Get into eating healthy and do some exercise as much as you are comfortable doing, or not comfortable, but as much as your body can take. That's what I'm doing, and it's working a treat. And if it works for me, it can work for anyone. Trust me on that.